Welcome back to the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. I'm Alan Waddell, and this whole program to this point has been about the new hiring of Coach Ron Roberts here at Southeastern Louisiana University. But we do have some sports on campus that are in full swing, and recently the Lady Lions basketball team of Coach Lori Davis-Jones was at home hosting the Christmas Classic against Florida A&M and Alcorn State. Let's go out to the University Center and check out the highlights.
Southeastern, the Lady Lions back in action at the inaugural Southeastern Christmas Classic, and early on, Asia Gibson scoring 2 of her 18 points to give Southeastern an early lead. And then on the quick inbounds pass, Latoya Holder, her lone basket of the ball game as she finished 1 for 4 to lead Southeastern early on. Gibson missing on the layup, but Alcorn quickly down the floor as Renelle Richmond scores for the Lady Braves. And then Kelly Jenkins for Southeastern comes up with the mid-range jumper. Jenkins finishing with 17 points in the ball game. The inside game for Alcorn as Richmond, who finished 3 for 8 in 21 minutes. And then Southeastern countered with Brandy Simmons. Simmons finishing with a double-double, 10 points, 12 rebounds, shooting 4 of 8 from the floor. And then Simmons gets the inbound pass. Turnaround jumper is good in the lane. And Southeastern led at halftime, 25-23. Alcorn outscored Southeastern 39-29 in the second half. As a layup by Taro Frost helped give Alcorn State the lead for good. And then Gibson finds Jenkins cutting back door. Gibson finishing with 1 assist. She also had a double-double with 18 points, 13 rebounds. And then a tough basket there by Tiffany Stewart. 5 of 10 from the floor with 10 points. And then Gibson cutting the lane all alone off the nice pass from Simmons. But Alcorn with 40 rebounds, including 17 offensive rebounds, out-rebounded by the Lady Lions, who got down the floor as the offensive putback by Crumbly. And then Crumbly with a 3 from the far corner. She finished 2 of 5 from long range. Alcorn State finished 4 of 11 from three-point land. Simmons gets some space and scores off the glass. But it was not enough as Alcorn State defeats Southeastern 62-54. Gibson led the way for Southeastern with 18 points. Jenkins had 17 while Brandy Simmons had 10. The Lady Lions fell to 4-6 on the year while Alcorn State picked up their first win of the season. The Lady Lions were back in action one day later, taking on Florida A&M in the second game of the Southeastern Christmas Classic. As they took on Florida A&M early on, the Rattlers with a three-pointer by Tamika McKelton, one of 4 players to finish in double figures with 15 points. Latoya Holder buried a 3 from the left corner. And then Kelly Jenkins from just inside the arc scores early in the ball game. And then Jenkins finds Amber Crenshaw. Crenshaw with 3 three-pointers in the afternoon, finishing with 10 points, one of 3 players in double figures for Southeastern. Gibson got the low pass from Kelly Jenkins, but scores 2 of her 12 points. She finished with a double-double for the second straight night, 12 points and 11 rebounds, and then gets the pass from Simmons to score. But Florida A&M dominated the boards, out-rebounding Southeastern 50-35. As the putback there by Kiana Donald. Donald finishing with 17 points and 9 rebounds. Then finding Kimberly Sparkman in the corner. Sparkman with a game-high 23 points. And then a 3 by McKelton, who had 2 three-pointers in the ball game. Gibson scores off the short jumper. Southeastern trailed at the end of the first half, 44-24. as the Rattlers were 4 of 12 from long range, another 3 by McKelton. Freshman Hillary Schaefer scored, had 2 points in 14 minutes. But again, offensive rebounding by FAMU as Antonia Bennett scored. She had 9 points and 6 rebounds. And then on the fast break, a miss but a putback by Bennett. And then Donald scores off a nice pass as Florida A&M shot 49% in the first half, shot 58% in the second. As another 3. Jenkins passing outside to Jessica Summers. Summers led Southeastern with 14 points, including 4 3-pointers. But the off-balance jumper there by Sparkman, who was 8 of 15 from the floor in 38 minutes. And again, Sparkman with a 3. She finished 5 of 10 from long range. Crenshaw tried to rally Southeastern. With Florida A&M back down the floor. Jaleesa Blue with 2 of her 9 points, just narrowly missing a double-double with 9 points and 10 rebounds. And Florida A&M defeated Southeastern 85-63. Summers led Southeastern with 14 points. Gibson had 12. Crenshaw with 10. Southeastern falling to 4-7 on the year as they take off for the Christmas holidays, while Florida A&M even their record at 5-5.
Thanks, Matt. The Southeastern's men's basketball team was recently on the road in Fayetteville, Arkansas to take on the Arkansas Razorbacks out of the SEC. Let's go out to the Bud Walton Arena with Matt Sullivan and check out the highlights.
Southeastern was back in action, taking on SEC member Arkansas, and early on, Darren Populist for the Lions scoring a bucket. Elgin Bailey in his second game of the year with a left-hander off the glass. He finished with 12 points and 12 rebounds. And just before the end of the half, Darren Populist was fouled on a 3-pointer. He would make all 3 free throws for Southeastern. And then late in the ball game, Deshaun Patterson with a jumper inside the arc. Southeastern had a lead early in the first half as Patterson hits Bailey. And Bailey with the running one-hander and is fouled, completing the 3-point play. Good defense there by Southeastern as Jeremy Campbell steps in and takes one of 2 charges in the ball game. And Todd Nelson off the bench, scoring a season-high 8 points on the year. Play of the game, Deshaun Patterson finding Anochiochi with a slam dunk that gave Southeastern a 28-23 lead with 4:16 left in the first half. Arkansas would go on a 12-0 run late in the half to take a 35-30 lead, and they would go on to defeat Southeastern 62-55. Elgin Bailey with 12 points and 12 rebounds in his second game as a Lion. Deshaun Patterson with 11. Darren Populist finished with 11 as well for the Lions.
Thanks, Matt. Make sure you check out Lionsports.net for the full schedule of both the men's and women's basketball team. When we come back, we'll meet with the president of our great university, Dr. John Crane, here on the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm.